Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate the latest in a long line of divine pixel devices.
Can I get an amen?
Hallelujah! And in the words of Brother Sundar, invoke the almighty assistant for all your worldly needs.
Hey Google, do the intro.
Welcome to Technically Speaking. We have a great show tonight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and thumbs up.
Oh Lord, I got the feeling that is deep inside my lungs. Oh, we got a great show for you tonight. Oh God, we're gonna talk a little bit about Oneplus. Oh, Verizon stepping up their audio game. Can I get an amen?
Hey man!
Title and the Pixel 5.
Hey, the Pixel 5a.
Whatever.
Which Scott absolutely does not have, everyone.
It does not. What's wrong with us?
Nothing.
What is wrong with us?
We are amazing creators.
Oh, God. That intro was pretty dope, though.
It was. For 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, God, I'm sweating. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Technically Speaking Live. It is Wednesday, 8:04 p.m. I'm sweating. We've talked about that intro. I once again
All day.
Stats. We made some 11th hour, like literally 11th hour type changes to do the invoke the assistant, and I'm sure that all of your Googles went just as crazy as mine did. I was going to say, I didn't hear any of the comments. I haven't seen any comment yet.
Everybody was busy turning off all their devices. Welcome to the show, Michael Secret.
Welcome to the show. Hello. Taking us to church. Let's go! Blowing out my voice. Mike Stroll, thanks for coming to the show today, sir. But yeah, we got a good show today. We're going to talk about Oneplus throttling, probably some of the wish lists that I have for the 5A, because allegedly the rumors continue to grow and run deep. We're looking at a August, based on the rumors, is what I'm hearing.
That's what we saw floating around the Twitterverse yesterday.
Big thing we talked about last week was spatial audio, high def or hi-fi audio. Looks like Verizon's getting into the game. We're going to talk about that. Apple is, oh my God, the bee's knees. Apple does everything right and only does everything right. Oh, yes, sir. Tana, my brother Tana, thank you so much for the super chat. The Mohawk Maniac still wears gel every single day, twice on Sundays. And I'll take you to church twice on Sundays. Oh, the maniac in black with the Mohawk is back, baby.
Did you go somewhere?
No.
Out of your mind.
We done been out of this mind. Going to talk about Tidal audio. Going to talk about Verizon getting into spatial audio, which means YouTube. You're up. If Verizon, of all places, is going to get into the spatial audio, you had best believe you need to do that as it relates to the YouTube Music app. So let me just say that. I'll keep one butt in just in case I want to get crazy with the music. Google's being sued along with Apple. Nothing headphones still have nothing in terms of their wireless headphones. And then Evernote created an app called Oh yeah. Can I get a hoya?
Hiya. Hi, man.
Stats, how you doing, brother? How you been?
I'm doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. How's the week?
Got back into the to the workout game this week, to the running game this week.
Nice.
Just settling back in after a long weekend and a short
nap.
work week. So it's all good. What about you?
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Just today sucked. Today just sucked.
Did you have more or less than 15 meetings today?
I had less.
Oh, that's good. Blow your average.
Don't say 8 or more. So, yep, right around there. Okay. Let's go to the comments. Hey, Tech King Mike is here. What's up, Barry? Miss Sheila, Team Peachy Face. That's right. Ooh, Miss. Hello, Chowder is a shark fin. Verizon can't get into they can get into spatial audio, but they can't make RCS by default. Yes, that would go against all things Verizon. Oh yeah,
Because
spatial
Verizon
audio has been
is
around for
dumb.
years. Now we're just getting attention because of Apple. That's fair,
Well,
but it's
you
also
know.
I only have started to care about it honestly because of Apple talking about it. Like they've really, and this gets into the whole privacy thing that Apple really does. Google is as good at privacy. Apple just markets better.
Yeah. I mean, that was, a month ago when we
Mm-hmm.
broke the news that Apple is not a technology company. They are a marketing company
Mm-hmm.
that happens to sell technology to billions of people around the planet.
I got to admit that was kind of a D move of me to say, "Hey, keyword, do the intro." But it was dope, right? To have the assistant, the best assistant, do the intro.
The only assistant worth using.
Agreed. Who's Siri? Who is she anyway? Don't use her. We also have to talk about if he shows up. I don't know if he's going to be in here. He usually would be. There was somebody who joined the ranks of Pixel,
Oh, yes.
Mr. Jason C.
Coming over.
coming over from the dark side. That is, and I can't really
From
say
the dark side to the dark side.
can't really say the dark side because I have Apple everything else.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. All right, what do you want to talk about first?
Well, since we spent a lot of time on it last week, let's talk audio. Let's talk
Okay.
the Nothing Buds. Let's talk Verizon Spatial. Let's talk what else? What did title?
Let's
audio?
let's talk about Nothing Transparent Wireless Buds. So let's talk a little bit about what Nothing is. Nothing is a stupid name.
Absolutely.
It is a stupid name for something stupid. Just dumb. No, I'm never going to be able to review these buds. They're never going to send them to me because I just called their company
Well, no,
stupid.
you'd have to buy them.
I will have to buy them. But allegedly, this company, Nothing, which was founded by the Oneplus founder Carl
Pay.
Pay. It's got to be Pay with a hey.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Can I get a Carl Pay?
Anyway, they're going to launch their first true wireless buds the 27th of July. So what is that? That's 20 days from today.
20 days, 3
20
weeks.
days from today, which means they're already out there somewhere. The Nothing Ear,
I'm sure MKBHD already has a pair,
probably.
yeah.
The Nothing Ear will have a transparent design. Look, I like the design. I
That's
think that's
cool.
very dope. Feature active noise cancellation and cost $100. So
If
right
they
on
can-
par with the Pixel Buds A
A.
series.
So if they can pull that off, and I mean the pictures look great, but again, marketing. If they can pull it off, it has a nice weight to it. The audio is clear. You know, they don't fall apart the first time you drop them. $100 is a heck of a price point.
Yeah. So let me go to the comments really quick. Zach, what's up? Going on? What? What's up, brother? How are you? That other guy's name, that's homeless Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Hey, at least I'm not wearing your cast-off robe this week.
That's true. That's very fair. That robe keeps you warm though, because it's the size of an elephant.
Yeah, well, you know.
Anyway, so Nothing Company looks great. Transparent design, $100 active noise cancellation buds is what they're going to say. Probably because we're going to be focused on online sales, we're able to make. He said he wouldn't call it affordable, but quite a fair price to consumers. I would say that $100 is
Absolutely.
very, very much affordable when you compare them. What he's saying to the feature-wise, similar to the AirPods Pro, but the AirPods Pro are $250.
And
That's a bold statement.
for people who are in the wireless headphone earbud game, $100 is a great price point. I mean, that's pocket change to some of these people who play in this space and do these type of reviews and really are serious about their audio. But again, for me, what are we getting for that $100 price point, and will it last?
According to him, it's clear. He says the clear craze exploded in the 80s and 90s. Or no, this was what the article is saying. Transparent Game Boys and things of that nature. $100 is supposed to get you something that is feature-wise very similar to the AirPods Pro. These are, after all, headphones. So I'm going to want to know what they sound like.
Right?
If they have active noise cancellation in $100 buds,
Can you wear them on your tractor?
I have some active noise cancellation buds over there that didn't cost $100, that's very, very good. I made a video about them. The name escapes me. It's a round locket-looking thing. Can you look that up?
Sure.
I don't remember what they're called. Hang on.
No, don't worry. I got you.
Okay.
I'll go back on your
Let me
channel
reach into
and
the bag of magic over
see
here.
if I can find. Do you have any idea when you did this video?
Oh God, it's got to be last year.
Oh
nope,
my.
That's periodic audio. Nope, that's a head. Nope.
Let's see here.
You know what? I don't know where they are.
That's fine. I'll search for them.
Because I have 2 pairs of Pixel. I have 3 pairs of Pixel Buds on my desk right now.
I mean, that's good.
Everybody always says that
They have
nothing
the
can
excellent
kill
case to
Apple.
'em.
Nothing can't kill Apple because the only thing that nothing can kill is OnePlus because OnePlus is killing themselves. So nothing will be the earbuds killer. I don't know. Maybe. I suppose. I think it's going to kill absolutely nothing because what they don't understand is there are some very, very good, cheaper active noise cancellation buds that are out on the market now, and people still want the AirPods.
Well, yeah.
Let's call it what it is. People still want the AirPods Pro. That is what it is.
Because it works so well with their iPhone.
It's the ecosystem. It's the best thing ever. All the ecosystems. Let's talk about that really quick, shall we?
Oh, let's please.
According to Yahoo Entertainment comes out and writes an article.
Are they the Unreal Buds? Is that what you were?
Probably.
Okay. I found it.
What is it called?
The Unreal Buds. Best noise canceling earbuds under $100.
Boom, there you go. I already made a video about what they were.
I'll throw it in the chat for anybody.
Boom!
who
Boom!
wants.
I'm currently watching this stream with some $99 true wireless earbuds. Not sure if I should mention the name, but I'm so impressed. Use on Android, have to try iPhone later. Zach, are you allowed to mention the buds?
Text it to us.
Hit us up in the chat.
In the DMs.
In the DMs.
In the Deems.
In the Deems. Apple's iPhone is so good at protecting. This is the name of the title of this article. And this title makes me want to push my face in. Apple's iPhone is so good at protecting privacy, advertisers are giving up and switching to Android.
Oh, really?
Switching to? What are you switching to? According to this, the release of Apple's App Tracking Transparency, which is a terrible name, ATT, is already sending advertisers flocking to Android. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They don't need to flock because there are more active Android users in the United States than there are active iPhone users in the United States. So if the advertisers, or as this article should be titled, the app makers are smart, they'll be sending their creative endeavors in both directions.
They're not going to do that.
They're not, but they should because there's more Android users.
Zach, that's awesome. The TCL Move Audio S600 buds, they look amazing. I didn't get a chance to check them out, but I did get a chance to check out the TCL 20 Pro 5G. I have another video. Another video is coming out Friday, maybe Saturday. It is the kind of the battle of the one that I really was interested in the most, which was the 4A on beta software versus the TCL 20 Pro 5G. More to come on that. You're being called out on your stats.
Me?
Yes, Michael. Michael's calling you out. Anyway, the whole app tracking transparency feature has people control which apps are allowed to track your activity across other companies' apps and websites for ads and sharing data with data brokers. So advertisers, according to this, the Wall Street Journal reports digital advertisers say they've lost much of the granular data that made mobile ads on iOS devices effective and justified their prices. In recent months, ad buyers have deployed their iOS ad spending in much less targeted ways than previously possible, marketers and ad tech companies say. So, all told, the iPhone privacy push has resulted in a 33% drop in advertising spend on iOS devices, which is they have spent 50% more on Androids since May. Here's the thing. You can also control what you do with the data and who gives access to what on your Android device. So I'm going to pull up the Pixel 5. The Pixel 5, not the 5A, the Pixel 5. I don't have
6.
Not the 6, not the full. I don't have any of that. So what we're going to do together, we're going to go into settings because evidently people don't believe this. Oh, I got to
They don't even know.
They don't even know. Settings, apps and notifications. So I got a privacy manager, permission manager, excuse me. Control app access to your data. Permission manager. Permissions removed for unseen apps. Body sensors. Calendar. Call logs. Camera. Contacts. File media. Location. Microphone. Phone. Physical activity. SMS. 3 additional things. Car information. Reading instant messages. Writing instant messages. You can give app level permissions in Android too.
Or you can deny it at the app level. You can deny it at the information level. And what it really comes down to is this was a clickbait article. It wasn't even accurate because it's not necessarily the advertisers that are switching. It's the app makers who might be switching.
Well, no, this
and then
this
the
would be
advertisers
advertisers
within the apps. But iPhone is no better than Google. They're all private to the extent that they need to be to make the user feel comfortable. But don't kid yourselves. They're all using all of our data that we give them for whatever they want to do because we give them our data to play in their sandbox.
Here you go. Big Rig says, just get an old dial-up phone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me put on my cargo shorts and see if I can carry that around.
Cargo shorts. Holy cow. Yeah, but the iOS Apple does the work for me. Yeah. Oh, look at here. Mr. Pixel Man himself has arrived. Well. Let's look about that. Mr. Pixel Man. Looks like you guys figured out this whole statistical stuff in the chat, huh?
Big Rig Radio. Not only do I remember rotary phones, my parents still have one in their house tied in to the landline.
Wow. And then you get really pissed at yourself when you miss to do a number and you get like, oh God, I gotta start all the way over.
My dad had one of the original bag phones as well. Then he had one of the original flip phones. He's been, for those of you who have actually met my dad, this is going to be an astonishing statement. He was, at one point in his life, on the bleeding edge of technology. He didn't know how to use it, but he had it.
Sounds a lot like us, as a matter of fact.
We have more technology in this room than they used to send Apollo 11 to the moon. Let's be honest here.
we have more in our pockets than what they did.
Computing power, yes. They had rooms full of computers. We have a Pixel device. Not the 5A, but it's a Pixel device.
True story. Android has privacy, but Apple just markets it better. That's it. Like Apple markets audio better. They have private. That's the thing is like they just market. They're a great marketing company. That like Southwest is a great customer service company that just happens to fly. Apple is a great marketing company that happens to create consumer electronics. Mm-hmm. This is just the way that it is. Like,
and I mean, Google's a search company that has done the same thing.
Yeah.
Google's
a great search company.
Even beyond a search company, Google is a data broker that happens to create mid to high end consumer electronic devices. You know,
I don't know if I'd call them a broker. They are an aggregator of data.
Aggregator, okay.
I would say aggregator. But seriously, Apple's the bee's knees, evidently. You can't get anything wrong. They're flocking to Android. Their long favored iOS advertising. The reason is because, again,
well, I think
it's easy.
I think I read something.
Easy.
I think I read something earlier this week, and I don't have any data to back it up. But
yes, nothing like outlandish statements.
Well, I think advertisers and app builders are now getting a bigger cut of the sales from the Google Play Store than they are from the Apple App Store. So maybe that's another reason they're flocking to the Android operating systems.
Well, Mr. Jason C., who used to beat the dead horse that is the Pixel, been using a Pixel for over a week, and Google has tremendous privacy settings. tremendous amount of privacy settings. I used to buy all Apple, so I have an iPhone Pro, but I like my Samsung Z Fold 2 better, more productive. The Z Fold 2 is awesome.
He and Benjamin ought to talk. Benjamin loved his Z Fold 2.
Awesome. Just an incredible piece of machinery. Really. People are flocking to Android. Android is also worse.
Yes, that pretty much sums up the
that's
writers
the article.
at Yahoo.
That's the article right there. Is everybody's flocking to Android. Android sucks. Speaking of Android sucks, let's talk about OnePlus throttling their phones, which literally everybody does. Everybody does it. Everybody does this. None of this is shocking to me. Let's talk about it. This is not the article that I was looking to.
Well, and Viper had a great comment on your comment to the original article of this on Twitter today, that this will get nowhere near the amount of attention in the media that Apple did when they revealed that they were intentionally slowing down people's older iPhone and other Apple devices to get them to buy new ones.
So here's the thing about OnePlus, though. They're doing it. So Apple did it on really old iPhones. Still sketch, but they did it on really old iPhones because of the more power-hungry operating system. Just the facts. It is what it is. I expect it. I'm not surprised that people are doing this. I come to fully expect the fact that companies are going to slow and throttle their phones. It is what it is.
They're going to do whatever they can do to get people to upgrade to the latest and greatest device.
Well, no, then they would just deprecate it and say, throttle all the way up. Your battery sucks. You got to get a new phone. Like, that would be the best case scenario for them. But really, that's not what creates fans. But for the third time in its short history, it has controversy over the performance of the phones, according to Engadget. OnePlus does.
We're back to
OnePlus. We're back to OnePlus. We're off of Apple. We're back to OnePlus. Yep.
Just
Apple.
keeping it straight for.
Exactly. OnePlus Pro. OnePlus 9 Pro and the OnePlus 9 throttle the Snapdragon 888 when running really popular apps like Chrome, Twitter, and WhatsApp because they want to try to help the battery life.
Isn't that why we all carry battery bricks around to recharge our phones whenever we want?
This is what happens.
Give me the full speed of the Snapdragon 888. I want my Chrome to bleed. It's going so fast.
Carlos Bagnell did a great video about the power-hungry Snapdragon 888. It is fast. You can do a ton of stuff with the 888. It is also very hungry for power. Or you could go to a lesser chip, get pretty darn close. As a matter of fact, I would argue that it would be negligible to the masses.
If you're not a power user who's always running apps
you would
side
have
by side.
Almost no issue at all when it comes to that. But yet, sure, let's go ahead and talk about how the 888, they're now slowing down. They're probably not even slowing it down to a point where it's probably still faster than the 865 or anything before that.
Right.
But this is to me, it's a non-issue.
But
this is a non-issue to me.
Like we've talked about in the past, the people who it is an issue to are the hardcore power users and the people who do benchmark testing and then write about it. Because the only way to find this out is to do benchmark testing. Because, unless it is crawling, loading a Google search results webpage, the average consumer, like you said, is just not going to notice whether or not the phone is slowing it down. But the benchmark testers will, and I'd be willing to bet in this TechCrunch article, that's who is calling them out.
Well, it comes to find out that Geekbench has delisted the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro from their Android benchmark chart. Oh, excuse me. Because they misrepresented the user experience and the battery optimization and the performance, so they delisted them basically to say, like, you guys lied. I don't like the lying part.
That might be a stretch.
The lie?
Well, no, the fact that they intentionally...
That's not only a stretch, that's bad.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's verbad. Like, don't do that.
Everybody plays a little fast and loose with the marketing.
Right. It's disappointing. According to Geekbench, they went on to say it's disappointing to see OnePlus handsets making performance decisions based on application identifiers rather than application behavior. We view this as a benchmark manipulation. It is sketch. It is super sketch. And according to OnePlus, they tweaked the behavior of the 9 Pro and the 9 in response to complaints that people had about the battery life, even though, and this is, I believe, what Sharkfin was getting at, my watch just went crazy with Outlook messages from work. Then I was like, oh no. Our top priority, this is the quote from OnePlus in response to the complaints about the battery life. Our top priority has always been delivering a great user experience with our products based in part on acting quickly on important user feedback. Following the launch of the 9 and the 9 Pro in March, some users told us about some of the areas where we could improve the device's battery life and heat management. As a result of the feedback, our R&D team have been working over the past few months to optimize the device's performance when using many of the most popular apps, including Chrome, by matching the app's processor requirements with the most appropriate power. This has helped to provide a smooth experience while reducing power consumption. And while this may impact the device's performance in some benchmarking apps, our focus, as always, is to do what we can to improve the performance of the device for our users. So let's recap really quickly. As I have said ad nauseum for years at this point, it is not a hardware game. It is a software game. There you go. They just manipulated, you guessed it, software to optimize an experience because of a hardware problem. That's the thing. They're making software performance. And Jason, if he's still in the chat, I'm sure that he is, goes back to show you the Google software experience makes getting into a Pixel super, super freaking nice. And the same thing goes here they're making the choice to do this to make the experience, the holistic experience, better.
After they made the choice to load it up with the latest and greatest Snapdragon 888, even if the device didn't really need it, as we have seen with the 4A line, as we hope to see with the 5A line, as we might see with the 5A line, if your software is good enough, you can use the last generation's hardware with no noticeable difference to the average consumer.
Yeah, so I actually agree with Bradley here. The banning is pointless. The banning is their marketing.
Oh, yeah.
It's their marketing to say, like, oh, we have integrity. But you do, and I get it. Like, I get it.
You're the ones who approved it first before you delisted it.
I agree that you have to have integrity. I fully understand that. I really do. So I applaud the movement. But you're kind of sidestepping the thing where it's about the totality of the experience, not some random benchmark. And you want to know why I say that? Because the experience that I get in the Pixel 4a, the experience that I get on a TCL device, I prefer that experience more than a Samsung. And you know which one has the better hardware? The Samsung. The software experience matters. And that's the thing that a lot of people have to say. Like, and that's just my personal opinion. People all talk about all the time about how much the software experience for Samsung has gotten better. I just don't prefer it.
Well, and at the end of the day, we are interacting with the software. The hardware is powering the software, but you don't interact with the hardware other than the physicality of holding the device in your hand. It's not like you're touching the battery. It's not like you're touching the processor. You are interacting with the pieces in the phone through the software.
This is a great question, Michael. Why doesn't Google support the phones as long as Apple does anyway? I bet you wouldn't be surprised to see Apple, excuse me, let me back up real quick. Rewind it. You will probably see when Google can control the totality of the device, meaning chip and the whole 9 yards, chip and screen and memory and RAM and blah, 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 blah. Exactly like Apple does, you'll start to see Google increase or the support longer and longer and longer and longer. Before, these were devices made by other manufacturers, like the Nexus line was made by Motorola or LG. The very first fully made Pixel by Google, I believe, was the 4, maybe the 3. Everything before that was made by LG.
It was a co-production.
Yeah, LG or Motorola.
Well, and
Scoop!
I think Michael actually, your question has a couple of different answers, because as we proved 3 or 4 weeks ago, you sideloaded the latest and greatest operating system on your Pixel 2 XL.
Jesus, how do you remember that?
Because that's what I do. So it's, even though Google specifically isn't supporting the phone doesn't die when Google stops supporting it. You can still, if you are good enough or you're passionate enough about keeping a particular device, you can make it work for as long as the battery itself lasts, or you don't drop it or send it through the washing machine or take it to the bottom of a pool or something. But, as far as security updates and things like that, yeah, Google could get better, but I also agree with you, Scott, that once they are 100% controlling every piece of technology that goes inside that case, like Apple has done since the beginning, because Apple is like this when it comes to their products, yeah, we'll see Google stretch out their support periods, because they're not going to want to lose ground or market share to their direct competitor.
Amen. Look at you doing stuff. The apps continue to be updated too. I wouldn't buy a Samsung device because I greatly dislike Samsung. See, there you go. Your experience. Let's see what else I got on the list. OnePlus Nord 2 revives the flagship killer name. It's going to be powered by the exclusive MediaTek chip, according to 9 to 5 Google. It looks the never settle device flagship killer name is coming out again. Who even roughly knows what that's going to come out with? The Dimensity, sure.
What?
1200 is a 6-nanometer chip that's roughly comparable to the 865 or 870 Qualcomm Snapdragon chip. So, shouldn't take as much power as the 888. Womp, womp,
Just
womp,
brought it back, everybody.
womp, 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 womp. Let me go to the show notes really quick.
We haven't talked about spatial audio yet.
I know there was one other thing I wanted to talk about before. TikTok. I want to talk about TikTok. First of all, I love TikTok.
Scott's on TikTok, everybody.
I'm not on TikTok. Actually,
You are.
I am, but I've posted a total of 0 videos.
Yeah, well, that's just because you're slacking.
According to this,
And you
TikTok,
can't dance.
yes, I can. Yes, I can. And you want to know why? Because if you go to Gigi's channel, and I will link it in the description when you start talking about something else, she has, when she gets a super chat, my dance. It's called the Peach Dance.
Oh, is it the porch dance?
Yes,
Oh, God.
that's what it is.
Caused an accident out on the road when you did that dance.
Yes, I did. People were just looking at that ass.
Crashing into trees and fire hydrants.
The shake, the sheer quaking.
Earthquake.
TikTok is allowing U.S. users to apply for jobs with video resumes. About 36 companies are taking part in the pilot. We made it, folks. If you make YouTube videos,
Which company?
we made it. We made it. They have a dedicated resumes website, TikTokResumes.com. Oh my God. Search job openings and you can post a TikTok resume on the app. This looks phenomenal. The do's and don'ts. I'm an aspiring TikTok product manager. Need some inspiration. This is just so crazy. It just goes to show you that if you make YouTube videos, we made it, baby. We are here. We're not going anywhere. We got this. According to this hashtag TikTok resumes, you can see approximately 36 companies taking part in the pilot. Most notably, the brands include Shopify, Target, and the Detroit Pistons.
I'm also seeing Chipotle.
Really?
Yeah. Great Clips.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
NASCAR.
Really?
NASCAR.
Huh.
Target.
I'm here for that. I
TikTok itself.
I think it's a great idea.
And the WWE.
I wish I had that. You can already find dedicated users helping out other users build their careers. And the Gen Z face uncertain job prospects following a pandemic, and it makes sense for the TikTok. Makes sense for the TikTok, and evidently I'm a baby boomer. Makes sense for the TikTokers.
You're an elder millennial.
To support the demographic that makes up a significant portion of its user base. On the TikTokies, on the Insta faces.
On the TikTokers.
I wanted to talk about I think that is hilarious.
Oh, it's
and I really,
great.
really like that a lot.
As you have been passionate about in a different aspect of your career, anything people can do to market themselves to a greater segment of the population and find a job, a side hustle, a career, or a passion that suits them and allows them to fulfill what they want,
Yep.
I'm all for it.
Amen.
Whether it's a written resume, whether it's a digital resume, whether it's a TikTok resume, get out there, put yourself out there, and find something that you are passionate about that fulfills you. That's what it comes down to, because
Life's too
working
short,
for
be happy.
30, 40, 50 years is not worth it if you're not being fulfilled. Trust us.
The department, please trust us. Yes, life is too short. Go do the fun things. Trust me. Department of Defense cancels the $10 billion Jedi contract between Microsoft and Amazon.
And now it's
Just Microsoft, I think.
well. See what I read
Hang on,
earlier
it's a multi-vendor contract.
Yeah, what I read was they canceled $100 million that was supposed to only go to Microsoft, and now they're reopening that $100 million allocation to multiple vendors. But I read that article before coffee this morning. So
That's a lot of
it's a lot of zeros.
There's a lot of politics that's also included in this, so we're gonna bow out of that one. Holy crap, I was reading it. No. We're going to bow right up out of that one. Let's talk about the audio game. Verizon doesn't do RCS chat. No.
Why would they want to?
Why would they want to fix the messaging?
Enrich people's lives with additional characters.
Or enrich people's lives with rich chat solutions. Rich communication services. I think that's what it stands. What's RCS stands for?
I'll
Rich
look it up.
communication services.
Keep talking. Rich communication services.
No, Google doesn't love me. They never even responded. They never even said hello.
Not yet.
I got nothing.
We need everybody to go back and find that tweet from last week.
No.
And retweet it again this week.
I give up.
No, you don't.
I did. I've given up. It's
Maybe,
okay.
Maybe they're going to wait.
No.
And they're going to send you your 5A and your Peach Pixel 4 in the same box.
No. That'd be sweet. Cool. Oh, could you imagine if they did like a custom 5A in a peach color, like one of one? Oh, all it is a D-brand skin. Let's be real.
Hey, but it's a D-brand skin that you didn't have to pay for.
That's true. I do kind of want to get a D-brand skin for my Pixel 5. It would look so good. So good.
All right, spatial audio, Verizon.
Verizon's now getting into the adaptive sound it's actually available right now on its own network, pushing it to its phones, specifically to Motorola phones. It looks as though that they're going to call it, because of course Verizon's going to Verizon Adaptive Sound, VAS.
Fast difference.
Wow, went straight to it. Didn't even just didn't even pass go. Went straight to just anatomy. Good Lord, you didn't even warm up to it. My God. Dear Heavenly Father, gotta pray it off. Oh, gotta pray it off. Oh, just bringing up anatomy, ladies and gentlemen. My God. Hey, Pixel PS, you just walked in the door and all of a sudden you dropped that on. Pixel walk. The audio trick, which Verizon says has been in the works since 2019, is coming to Motorola phones first. The Motorola One 5G Ultra Wide Ace. What a name. Let me read that one more time for the people in the back. The new Motorola One 5G Ultra Wide Ace. On sale tomorrow, as a matter of fact. The Edge Plus also received a firmware update to seem to add this feature, as noted by Droid Life.
Okay.
Chanel, I mean, you're right. Everybody was thinking it. Verizon named Verizon Adaptive Sound VAS. Do better, Verizon.
I mean,
come on, guys.
Anything we can do to get better quality audio in these...
I'm sorry, I just read a quote from the article. Out of context quotes are the best quotes.
Anything we can do to get better audio in the smallest available technological footprint that we can carry with us wherever we go, I'm for it. I'm never going to go back to Verizon services because I did enough of that. But if they get on board, then everybody else will be following suit.
Okay, ready?
Which quote are you trying to read?
Verizon Adaptive Sound is integrated right into the settings menu on Android devices in the sound section. From there, you can adjust the sliders for treble, bass, voice enhancement, and spatial surround sound. For those who prefer to ignore the VAS and hear everything is normal, you can toggle your VAS on and off in settings. Sorry, I was reading it, I was like, no one wants to have their VAS ignored.
When does Lonely Island come out with their holiday song of toggling your VAS?
Oh my God, I'm gonna get demonetized.
We didn't even monetize.
Gotta be monetized before you can be demonetized, right?
Lord have mercy.
Oh Lord, my voice is just done. So I guess this all comes back to the fact that last week we talked about Tidal Hi-Fi, which came out long before app. So what?
Hold
on. I'm gonna slow it way down. Tidal does master records where the audio is high fidelity. Sounds amazing. Apple just started to do that with spatial audio. Okay. Apple has just marketed it really, really well. Tidal did it first. Now Verizon's doing it. This is me. YouTube. You have the second largest search engine in YouTube. Only second to Google.
Which owns you.
Which owns you. You very clearly can do just about anything as it relates to audio. I watch you and have heard you call restaurants using AI.
Mm-hmm. We did that live on a show.
You can figure out how to do the whole spatial audio thing to where you can easily step into this realm. But here's what I need you to do. I need you to talk about it. I need you to do this thing called marketing. It's phenomenal. And I'll bet you more people would use your products because I preach at the top of my every being.
Of his rather large lungs.
A very robust airways. Thick airways. And I tell everybody that they should go to Pixel. As a matter of fact, Jason, who's still in here, this chat, I think, is now on a Pixel. Mostly because of Barry, but I'm going to take a little bit of credit because that's my narrative. Sorry, I can't take any credit. All I need you to do is market your products. You have phenomenal. You have phenomenal privacy settings. You have great hardware, mostly. Your speakers on the Pixel 5 are a little sketch, though. And your Pixel 2 XL screen was also a little sketch. But more often than not, you nail it and you get it pretty good. And yes, Jafar is right. Google's so lazy times. I just Google. I need you I will do your marketing. You will find I am the fourth loudest human being on the planet.
Just get him that
Just get me a mic.
PG-colored Pixel 4.
Just give me a mic and I will sell. These things will be flying out the door. Hotcakes. That was my plea. Think it works? Think it's going to work? Absolutely not.
I mean, if they listen to you, yes, they absolutely could do more with their advertising and their marketing game when it comes to how good their audio is. I mean, within the last 3 weeks, we have talked about the Pixel Buds 1, which weren't truly wireless, the Pixel Buds 2, which have one of the best cases known to man, but also really, really good audio. And then the dynamic sound where it detects what's going on around you and raises or lowers the sound appropriately so you can have a pair of wireless buds in on the back of your tractor mowing the grass.
Which I do.
Which needs to be watered.
Shut up. Don't judge me. You shut your face.
And
it does need to be watered.
The earbuds will adjust themselves automatically so you can keep 2 hands on the wheel and stay safe.
Michael is not a fan of the Pixel 3 XL notch. What everybody refers to as the bathtub. It never bothered me. Not one bit. Not one day, not 1 second of the day.
I mean,
didn't bother me.
No.
That's a
Notch,
4A in your hand.
I know. Notch, pinhole camera, center punch camera. Who cares?
Like, I'm looking at it right now, and like,
You got a new device. Deal
it's
with
not
it.
that. It's really not that bad. It's really not. God, I forgot how great that device is. Wireless charging, USB-C fast
Through a
charging
case.
through a case, just phenomenal. We need the Pixel Buds Pro with the 6 Pro. Ooh, that would be dope. The Pixel Buds. Oh man, that would be nice.
Just talk to Scott in about 6 weeks.
I still don't have them. Still don't. I wish. If they existed, I wish. I would love to have it. Anyway, so I will talk about. I have a video coming out. TCL 20 Pro 5G versus the Pixel 4a, and I just edited the A-roll last night. And I don't know if it's just me. But Android Beta 2, the second version of Android 12, is on my 4a. And holy crap. The video and the photos, I don't know how it's possible, but it feels like it's gotten better. And I don't know how that's possible. I mean, the 4K, 30 frames a second.
Software.
I know, it's really weird, right? It's like a software game now. It's really, really wild. It's so good. Like, it shocked me at how good the Pixel 4a was. Again, the TCL 20 Pro 5G, not a slouch, but it is newer than newer and has a better chipset, has new new what? Vast. New hardware, newer hardware, newer cameras. Just, I don't have it. Bradley is right. I have nothing. That's why the left side, it's easy to identify the pixels in the wild with the hole punch, but it was also super easy to identify the worm's bath tube that used to be the bathtub notch. Like when you'd see it, you'd be like, oh, pixel, huh?
This
yeah,
guy.
bathtub. You want a bar of soap? Whoa, don't drop it now. Hey-o. I hope they really are, Jafar. I really do.
I'm ready for it.
God, I am ready for it. But we got to get through the 5. We got to get through the 5A first.
So,
okay.
Since you wanted to talk about the 5A a little bit, how confident are you in the confidence of the person who tweeted the August is the new fun day release time for the 5A? Are you confident in her confidence?
Wait. Okay. Sorry, I was reading Michael's comment. Do it again.
Though you retweeted somebody's comment that she is extremely confident that we will see the 5A in August. Do you believe that, or are you just hopeful?
Oh, I think it'll be August. And the reason why I think it'll be August is it's because the A last year came out in August. Look it up.
We did last week.
Did we?
Yes.
It was it August?
Yes.
August 20th? That date's sticking out in my head.
I don't know if it was the 20th, but yeah. So you wanted to go into what you are hoping for, what you were thinking we're going to get on the 5A.
I was reading the comments.
It's okay.
So I said this in a video, God, it's got to be 2 years at this point, or pretty darn close to it, that Google does a really good job with the A devices to kind of give you a teaser of something related to the fall Pixel. So like a Pixel 6 in this example. If you go back and look at the Pixel 3A, I don't have a 3A. Yes, I do. I have a 3A up here. No. There's a 3A around here somewhere.
It's in this studio.
It's in the studio somewhere. There was some sort of like little Easter egg, so to speak, of the Pixel 3 XL or the Pixel 3 to show you what the Pixel 4 XL was going to look like. Could have been size of the footprint. It could have been the notch. It could have been the teardrop. It could have been the fingerprint scanner, just like something. There's going to be some sort of Easter egg that you see with the 5A that's going to tell you what the Pixel 6 is going to look like. With that being said, what my anticipation is, it's going to be a device that is probably a lot like the 4A 5G. That is what I'm expecting. It is a device that looks tremendously similar to it, but based on the leaks for the 6, where they have like the Pro, the Lite, the Pro, and then the Ultra Pro, or whatever it is. Like there was 3 versions of the Pixel 6 that were out there. They were all bigger, slimmer devices, like not quite that of the Sony Xperia, but thinner than the 4A 5G, but as tall wise. I don't know what that aspect ratio would be. Getting more back to the traditional footprint like the 4XL, which I actually thought the 4XL was like the perfect footprint. The Pixel 5, it's grown on me. Like, I love it. I mean, I use it every single day, but it's definitely a phone that I can one hand for sure. But at first I was like,
it felt like a step backwards because it was smaller than the 4XL.
But like when you compare, like here's the 4A 5G, and it's definitely a bigger device, and I can't one hand it like I do with the Pixel 5 Pause. That's what she said. But I fully intend to see some sort of something out of the 5A that we will see and give us a hint at what the Pixel 6 will look like. That's what I'm guessing. At 20.5 by 9. Thank you. I want a video zoom slider on Pixel 6 like iPhone has. A video zoom slider.
Not having an iPhone, I don't know exactly what Michael's talking about.
I have an iPhone.
I can envision it, but
what is a video zoom slider? I have one. You're not talking about going from like 2x to 1x to half? Like, what are you talking about when you have that? I don't understand what that is. Yeah, I don't get it.
It's okay. We'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it. But that's what I'm expecting out of the 5A. I expect they won't make the mistake of an under glass speaker, because they are getting killed in the media. So I don't anticipate that. Let's see, what do I think? I mean, I swear to God, I hope they keep unless they're going to go face unlock, I hope they go with the fingerprint scanner on the back. Don't do in-screen. Like, I talked about this in my TCL video. In-screen fingerprint scanners ain't where it's at. I don't like them.
No.
I don't enjoy them at all. It's just natural to pick up my 5, put my finger right here and be like, hello, and then keep my finger on the actual thing.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy way to index to your phone. It's an easy way to know you're holding it in the correct orientation, and it's simpler to reverse fingerprint than, change your grip and, all that. Yeah. So
I don't enjoy in-screen fingerprint scanners. The fingerprint on the back is going to be, for me, in my opinion, always superior, just because it's easier, unless it's on the power button. In-screen fingerprints are perfect for watches, but terrible for phones. 100% agree with that. Fingerprint scanner on my I can get behind that so easy. Face recognition is nice. I missed that when I moved to my Pixel. You could go to a 4XL Pixel or a Pixel 4. They make it in a wonderful orange color, and it has face unlock. True story.
I don't remember which Pixel she switched to.
Oh, well. One that has probably a fingerprint scanner at this point. Okay. I hate in-screen for the fact that you lose the swipe gestures. Ooh, that is a good call. Like the pull down at the top. Oh, man, that's really, really nice, too. I forgot. Nothing's better than the scanner at the back or the power button like the Xperia. Thank you. The power button, I think, would be such a game changer. The Fold has that, and it's just phenomenal. Oh, my God. Like, on the button, like, if it could do that with the Pixel 5, oh, that would be the one way. Oh, I would love it. Like, I'm just thinking about all the possibilities. I don't think Google's going to do any of that jazz. I would just bring back Face Unlock would be the one thing I would talk about. That's my big thing. I do want to try the Xperia 1 Mark III. or get an orange Pixel. I have reached out to Sony for the audience here. I have reached out to Sony. I just don't be surprised. They have not reached back out. They have not reached back out, but I have reached out to Sony to say, hey, I would love to try the Xperia 1 Mark III, put it through its paces. I have at least 5 videos that I would want to do a comparison with, do the comparison that I've done all in the past. This year's comparison videos are a little different because, and I can't believe I pulled it off, I actually turned the cameras backwards and filmed myself on the rear-facing camera and the front-facing camera rather than just the front-facing camera the entire time. So you get to see my beautiful face in actual stunning 4K. So make sure when you watch this video, go to the triple buttons up in the upper right-hand corner or the lower right-hand corner if you're in hamburger mode. And that's right, I did say hamburger mode. And select better quality on all of the videos so you can see me in all of my massive man glory. I could see that Michael is talking about he doesn't like it on the power button because you accidentally unlock it when you just want to wake up. I just rely on I actually double tap the screen a lot. Like a lot. So, all right. Stats. We have 2 minutes.
We do.
Where can they find you?
Helix Heinlein on the tweet machine. Country Smith on the Instagram.
We're selling that Instagram.
Yeah,
you can find me at Scott Peachy on Twitter, at the Scott Peachy on Instagram. Little side note for the 17 that are here, I'm actually in the process of trademarking the channel name. So the name...
Get some real money rolling in.
No. No, I will not. Sony sent the 1 Mark III to people that only care about Samsung or Apple. I mean, they did send it to Juan and TK Bay, and I would say that those are the big Sony guys. But my big thing is, like, they're going to send... You're right. They're going to send it to people that only care about those, and they're going to be like, look at all the dumb things that Sony did, blah, 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 blah. When in reality, there's a lot of us out here that want to desperately try those devices to showcase to folks like here watching, look at all the potential that you can get if you were to go to a phone like this. And that's really frustrating. Super frustrating. Maybe I'll get lucky and either get an orange Pixel 4 or a 1 Mark III.
Either one?
Who knows at this point? Okay. All right, y'all. You can find us same bat time, same bat channel next week. What intro are we going to do? Don't know. We won't know until the morning of.
It's going to be great, though.
But it's going to be great. Oh, actually, I take this back. I already know.
That means it's going to be spectacular because he'll have a whole week to work on it and then screw it up.
And then I'll screw it up. And let's just say I have a little pre-work that I have to do in order to pull this off.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be fun. All right, y'all. We'll see you next weekend. What? See you next week. Also that, too. Oh, sweet Jesus.